So the city of Rockford is allowing my grandfather to file an order of protection, and after me starving for like 4 days, and I've lost all mass of my muscle. They've allowed they're I'm going to have to sleep outside, and then the rest of my stuff is about to be thrown away. And they've committed perjury multiple times. The police officer asked if my grandfather, if I wanted him to be arrested, and I said no, I didn't want him to be arrested. And so he goes and files an order of protection, and it's been and he's committed perjury on it. He's very much committed perjury on it. I don't even know what it says on there. He committed perjury on it. I've done everything that my grandfather has asked me to do. Um, I've done everything, and he's clearly lied about, like, he clearly lied on that, like, 20 times to the dispatch. Um, and my father has stated that he's not going to pay. He's like, once he gets the house back, then he'll start paying the bills and electric. Um, my father is clearly unaware of the court case that involves him in the lawsuit, or is acting like that doesn't matter. And and so yeah, they're about to throw the rest of my stuff away. So what happened was my 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 grandmother was assaulted and mistreated, and I took care of her because nobody else would. And then when my father got released from jail, my father then violated his parole, assaulted me. They forced me into a car, drove me out of the county, and threw away most of my belongings. And now they're going to throw the rest of them away. And then in the meantime, random people came into the house, drug addicts, and stole my belongings. And my car was also stolen in the process of it. And when the police came today after my grandfather, after my grandfather attacked me, I told them that my father had assaulted me, and they didn't do anything about it. They didn't do anything about it. Um, and so in Rockford, Illinois, clearly it's okay to assault somebody, make them lose all their body mass, and then after they lost all their muscle, force them into a car, and and lied after they lied to the police and tried to get them arrested, and sent to prison, and then force them into a car, and then and then have them, yeah. And they're talking about a settle, like my father and the girl with the last night we're talking about some kind of settlement, because they're insane. Because any money that they'll ever get will be taken from them. And I was told that I couldn't lock the door in here, and so it's ironic that I was assaulted by the person who told me I couldn't lock the door in here. Meanwhile, my father is overdosing in the room next door, in his root bedroom. This entire time, my family has 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 conspired to torture me for being a good person. And the Rockford Police Department haven't done anything. I reached out to the domestic violence, and they haven't done anything. Um, my father pulled out a knife and threatened me with the knife, and put a napkin over the handle. And the Rockford Police Department are okay with it. I went over to my neighbor's house to call 911, and she denied me the telephone. And so her what she decided to do is call my grandfather and tell my grandfather that I went over there and tried to call 911. Then I got assaulted more. I was assaulted again. Like these people, and my grandmother died. Because they didn't do anything. My father is complaining about stuff that's stolen from him after him stealing my guitar, my computer, and making me have a debt with the Rockford Public Library. He's worried about a shampoo or a conditioner. My father assaulted me because there's a follicle of hair in the bedroom. There's a follicle of hair in the bathroom, and he assaulted me and said I could never use that bathroom again, so I never used that bathroom again. My father's a psycho. He's calling me a punk. He's threatening to kill me. The police have green-lighted my father and allowed him to threaten me, kill me, and try to kill me and assault me. Like I can't really walk. I really can't walk again. And my grandfather was, and the officer who arrived went to my grandfather. Like I explained to them that like they're not letting me work out or anything. And the police officer said, I think you can work out. I think you'll be able to work out. And I was like, no, they're not letting me work out. And then like 20 minutes later, he comes back with an order of protection. I didn't want my grandfather to get arrested. But what the result is that because I didn't have him arrested, like he's like this he gets to commit perjury. Rockford, Illinois allow somebody who beats up their wife, my grandmother, to commit perjury and have me falsely arrested. And had me falsely arrested for taking care of her. While I was taking care of her. I mean, he's a rapist. He's a rapist. He's a convicted rapist. And a sex offender. And he doesn't get a brand new house after he gets released from jail. Nobody gets rewarded a $150,000 house and only has to pay $6,000 in taxes. He committed tax fraud. He committed tax fraud on this house. My grandfather is giving my father the keys to the car so he can drive off. Meanwhile, my grandfather stole my car, my keys to my car, because my uncle told him to do it. And my aunt told him to do it. They're terrorists. They hear voices in their head. They are terrorists. My father was allowed to commit perjury on an order of protection, saying things that I would never say or never do. The judge didn't arrest him. The city of Rockford hasn't arrested anybody for committing perjury. That made me homeless.